Skin that smoke wagon and see what happens.
How's that for a slice of fried gold?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know how this machine worked.
It seems to run on some form of electricity.
And it was wrong. It was a bad call, Ripley. It was a bad call.
Bad call.
Some are good for fighting, others for dying.
It's just two movies.
Hell yeah. Wow! Yeah! Just fucking...
Welcome back to another episode!
I got two fucking ice cold Millers. And I swear to God, if there wasn't so many electronics in here, I would fucking rattlesnake them. Yeah. Welcome back to the WWE. Get the F out. Introducing... me, your host, Daniel King, and our special guest, Birdman.
Hey, I'm Birdman, motherfucker.
Okay, that's a good bit. I'm just going to do a new one every week now for the rest of my life. Oh, God, yes. Welcome back. It's the first episode back from the break. This is another episode of It's Just Two Movies where we watch two movies. One of them, is it good? I don't know. The other one, is it good? Probably not. But we can talk about them. My name is Daniel King, as previously discussed. This is our guest this evening.
Hey,
it's my good friend Amadeus Birdman.
Amadeus. Hey, I'm Amadeus.
It would get exhausting to say. Have you seen the movie Amadeus?
No.
Me neither. I want to, though.
So,
speaking of movies.
We like movies.
We both watched one.
We did.
Yeah.
Well, we watched a couple.
Yeah. And
in our lifetimes.
This one, it was your pick, right?
Yeah. So, this was my pick, and I went with Under the Silver Lake.
Under the Silver Lake. Under it, but also up in it.
Get up in it,
same
boy.
time.
We are about to get up in it.
Yeah. If you're not familiar with Under the Silver Lake, it is a R-rated 2018 mystery thriller, 2-hour, 19-minute runtime. It's kind of a long one. You can watch it for free on Paramount Plus, but I couldn't remember my login, so I rented it. It's got a 6.5 out of 10 on IMDb, 59% on Rotten Tomatoes, 3.5 out of 5 on Letterboxd. 60% of Google users like this movie, and I'm certain the other 40% of people were just very confused.
Right.
Release date April 19th, 2019, directed by David Robert Mitchell. Screenplay also by that same guy. Had a budget of $8 million and a whopping disappointing box office of $2.053 million.
Yeah.
Does star Andrew Garfield, Riley Cogue. I'm going to go with Riley Cogue. Riki Lindholm, Grace Van Patten, Wendy Vanden Heuvel. Jesus, these fucking names.
These names.
Callie Hernandez. There's one I can say. Sydney Sweeney. Rhymes with weenie. Laura Lee. Jimmy Simpson. McPoyle himself.
Hell yeah.
Jessica Mackinson. It's just a bunch of sexy ladies and Andrew Garfield and Patrick Fischler.
Hey.
Hey.
You know who you forgot, buddy?
Zoisa Mehmet.
You forgot Topher Grace.
Topher Grace. Oh, Topher Grace is in this.
Yeah. And Sky Elabar.
As a pirate.
No, he's not the pirate. He's the book.
Who's the pirate?
I don't know. But that Sky Elabar, he was in The Greasy Strangler.
Don McManus. Oh, he was in the fucking Greasy Strangler.
Yep.
Did not care for that one.
No.
I'm looking to see if there's anybody else really noteworthy here.
So
did I say the guy the piano guy? Did I say that?
Oh, no, I don't think so.
Did I say that guy? Was he even billed?
He is. That is because we discussed it earlier.
We did. I'm looking for his face on this fucking list of people, and I'm not.
That is Jeremy Bobb.
Jeremy Bobb.
Did we say Patrick Fischler?
I think I did.
Okay, because he's great in this. All right, so Danny, if someone was not familiar with the movie Under the Silver Lake,
Oh.
what would you tell them it is about?
I would say it's about a young man who is obsessed with conspiracy, and he is presented with a mystery, and he pursues it headlong down a rabbit hole full of other conspiracies to see if the juice is worth a squeeze.
I like it.
And yeah, it's just Andrew Garfield being like, but what if secretly all these things are connected?
Do you think this movie is a conspiracy theorist's like wet dream?
Oh, maybe, or maybe they would like, if you're like heavy into conspiracy theories, maybe you find it to be a bit insulting.
Maybe, yeah,
because it does have a certain air of like, this is how silly you sound. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Parts of it, I have a lot of mixed feelings about this film, but one thing I will say about it, this is one spoiler-free tidbit for you.
Okay.
Wow, they are doing some amazing stuff with the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like a lot of the stuff they're doing with the camera. There's a lot of like homages to classic film.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and get on into it.
So how do you want to go about...
Buddy, I don't know that you can tell the story beat for beat without it taking 2 hours and 20 minutes, because it's fucking bananas.
There's a lot to this. There's a lot to unpack here.
Yeah. So I guess you think we should just do a quick thing, and then you can just like hit all the highlights, because we will sound insane trying to parcel this out in a way that makes sense.
I think so, yeah.
This is one of the more bizarre things. And I like fucking weird movies, you know what I mean? But this is like one of the weirder ones.
You're welcome.
To be honest with you, yeah. So I had seen this before, but I think I fell asleep like 30 minutes into it because I did not remember much of this at all. I remembered the bird lady. I have no idea why.
Well, I think you'll come to find... that boobs, Danny, are burned into your mind.
Are the greatest mystery of all. What are they? What are they for?
Right.
Just num.
So, yeah, I struggled with how do we go through this for a while. Like, because I struggled with picking this. I was like, is this good for the show? Because this is it's a long movie.
It's worth a chat.
Yeah, I think so, for sure.
It's fucking weird.
Yeah, so maybe we'll just kind of go through it very briefly and then just talk about bits and pieces there.
You want to take a crack at it, or shall I?
Whew. You want to start, and we'll just kind of, if we want to fucking...
Garfield the cat. He's getting stoned. He's smoking cigarettes, he's being unemployed, he's hating Mondays. He's kind of a voyeur. Like he likes to watch people. They don't really like put a bunch of it out there, but that's like he's just into like sitting back and observing.
Yeah.
He's kind of creeping on the bird lady that's across the apartment from him, and she's tits out playing with her birds.
Yep.
And avian birds also. But which it's great that the film begins and ends with her. I think that's a nice that's a nice bit. They put a bow on it at the end. Anyway, Andrew Garfield, he sees this girl. She's like, oh, she's beautiful. And then later he kind of she sees she's got a dog. So he has a dog treat, and he's feeding the dog a dog treat. And then she's like, hey, were you watching me in the pool earlier?
He's like, no.
Let's smoke weed and watch an old movie.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, cool. So he's crushing on this girl. And then she's like, oh, you got to go come hang out with me tomorrow. And then he goes to tomorrow. She's gone. He talks to the landlord.
Yeah, just disappears.
Moved out with her and her roommates and a weird guy that was dressed like a pirate. And he goes and he talks to the landlord. And the landlord's like, well, they forfeited their deposit. They paid their last month's rent, and they just fucking moved out. And he's like, yeah, but why? And he's like, I don't know,
man. Maybe she didn't like you.
Maybe it's because you're poor. And you're about to be homeless.
She don't want to date a homeless man.
Yeah, speaking of which, your rent is criminally past due.
That guy that plays his landlord is in Better Call Saul,
Oh, nice.
and he's really good in that. He kind of has that same voice, so I don't know if that's just his thing.
That's just his.
He sounds kind of like a Southerner.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, I liked him. I thought he was fun.
Yeah.
So anyway, he discovers another girl like going into that. He's like breaking into the apartment. And there's weird shit in there. Somebody comes in there and they fucking take a weird box.
Shoebox.
Take a weird fucking shoebox. He's following these people like from afar, and he thinks he's picking up on like hidden codes and hidden messages, and like something here is definitely suspect.
Yeah, for sure.
So he is expending all of his efforts into finding out what happened to this girl.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to skip everything in the middle and tell you that towards the end of the movie, she has voluntarily put herself in a position. She's in a cult.
Essentially.
Yeah, she's in a cult is what's going on. And she's like, oh, well, I'm happy with this life. And he's like, huh.
Interesting.
Okay. And then he goes and he fucks the bird lady. And then because there's a different bit where he's banging this other girl and they're hearing the bird from across the way and it's like, rah, rah. She's like, what is the bird saying?
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't know, not a friend, or they're just talking about
just
something.
taking a guess.
Yeah, it's taking a guess. And then he's fucking the bird lady and the bird's saying the same thing. He goes, hey, what is that bird saying? And the lady's like,
I don't
know. I used to wonder, but it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
And she's right. And that was the purpose of the whole movie. What is the bird saying? It's a fucking bird. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what it's saying.
It could be saying something that it heard you say.
I think the big moral of the story is you can drive yourself into madness over nothing. And oftentimes it just didn't matter. Like it didn't have it. Why? Because that's it.
Yeah.
That's because.
And this character, Sam, he is kind of searching for a greater purpose, I think. That's part of his, I don't know.
Yeah.
He wants to do something great with his life or discover some big mystery.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, I think I kind of relate with that at times in my life, like, should I be doing something better? Should I be doing, should
I be doing something more?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And the unfortunate plain truth of it is, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't really matter. I think not all of us are meant to do like great things, like really great things.
I think a lot of people that do just do them accidentally. Like,
that's true.
A lot of people, it's just time and a place. Like, putting in that position, anybody would have done that.
Right.
Oftentimes, or at least I'd like to think so. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's an interesting, from the point of the story, they're like, it just ultimately, it doesn't make a difference.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't make a difference if you do or don't, so.
But I love the journry.
It's fucking weird.
It's
a really weird.
It really is.
It's a really weird time. I'd forgotten how weird this was, and then when it opens up, there's a bit where a squirrel just falls out of a tree.
Mm-hmm.
And it like
right in front of Sam.
It right in front of Sam, and it like looks up at him as it's dying, and he's like, "Huh, weird." Yeah, it's super weird. It's a squirrel falling out of a tree, like it doesn't have the mass to like split its brains open or what. Like,
right, that would
a squirrel would fall out of a tree and just like might be stunned for a minute, and then it would just get up and run off.
Do you think it would land on its feet though, like a cat?
Like a cat?
You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know.
It feels like it would.
Hopefully he doesn't hit his nuts.
Oh,
a testicle joke.
So throughout the entire film, Sam is kind of on this hunt. Like his sole purpose is to find this girl. And everything along the way is just
added layers of mysteries.
Yeah, exactly.
Beneath the silver lake. So one contact he makes is he reads a graphic novel.
Yep.
And it's from a local artist. And he contacts the guy at the bookstore, and he's like, hey, do you know the guy that makes these? What was the guy at the fucking bookstore is in something else?
That's what I was saying. He's in the Greasy Strangler.
Oh yeah, I don't need your $5.
I don't need your $5, dude.
Yeah, that was. It's the son in the Greasy. Yeah.
Yep. Skylar Elobar or whatever his name was.
Fucking weird guy. I did like that's because I'm just a big fat sweaty nerd. When he's doing there's clearly a Spider-Man reference.
Yep, there's a Spider-Man reference in this.
Yeah, because he has gum on his hand, and then he passes out, and he wakes up, and he's like, ugh. He touches a stack of comic books, and it's a copy of Spider-Man, and it's the bit where he's like it's stuck to his hand because he can't.
Yep.
I thought that was a really nice touch. I really enjoyed that.
That was cool. I love the author of the zines, the conspiracy nut.
Oh yeah,
he's perfect in this.
Yeah.
He goes to this guy's house to kind of uncover more of the mystery.
Yeah, and just kind of meet the guy and talk to him about his fucking crazy book.
Yeah. And
boy, if you thought Andrew Garfield was paranoid, this guy is full fucking send.
Yeah. It like Andrew Garfield's like, holy shit, this dude's off his rocker. Like,
yeah, this guy's crazy.
He has in his house, he has what do you call it? Like casting or like casts?
Life masks.
Yeah, he calls them life masks, but what are they actually? It's like what it's made out of.
It's just like a plaster, like a plaster casting of someone's face.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And he's just got all these famous people. He's got all their life masks on the wall.
Stone Cold Steve Austin. Garfield the cat. Abraham Lincoln. Grace Kelly. Just a lot of famous people's, like, their actual faces. These are casts that are taken to use to make things like statues, etc., busts.
Right.
A bust.
A bust? Oh, you got butts?
Oh, you got a butt?
You got them butts?
What if they were just butts?
Just famous people's butts?
What are these? He's like, oh, those are butt
cheeks.
Those
are just butt cheeks.
Those are just butt cheeks of famous people.
That'd be awesome.
Here's Grace Kelly, Abraham Lincoln. He's got that tall
he's got
butt.
The tall butt. There's Homer Simpson.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
No, they're real. It's the genuine artifact. So this guy's fucking crazy.
Yeah, this guy's crazy.
He's like, listen, everything that I have ever lived for in my entire life's journal is uncovering the mystery that's on the back of this box of cereal. And he's like, it's to scale a map of fucking Hollywood, baby, or whatever. I don't know. That guy's fucking crazy. But his, like, from his zine, the drawings, the art, and like the urban legends in it are fucking good.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. He briefly talks about what was it? The Owl's Kiss?
Owl's Kiss, the dog killer.
The dog killer.
Yeah.
And throughout the entire film, you get these messages. You get a lot of messages.
Yeah.
But one specifically says, "Beware the dog killer." And this film has garnered there's so much of a cult following to this now.
Yeah.
People have deciphered the messages, and people have debated about who the dog killer is. And some people say it's Sam.
Yeah.
Did you watch that video that
I did not have the time.
No.
I really wanted to be honest with you, but I literally have not had any.
Yeah. I get it. It's just kind of a deeper dive into, maybe we can put it in the link.
Yeah,
we can put a link.
Yeah, I can throw a link in the episode description. Check that out if you're into this movie or have seen it or have any interest in seeing it.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. I just love the journey that he takes. He goes to so many parties, and this movie is exactly what I imagine LA to. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
When I think about LA, it's just
McPoyle.
McPoyle. All these weird chicks that aren't doing anything, but somehow
weird fucking parties and shit.
The weird parties.
Yeah. A lot of performance art.
Yep, performance art. Getting a ticket to a solo concert. The ticket is a cookie that you have to take a bite out of, but Andrew Garfield eats the whole thing and trips balls.
And it's got acid in it or whatever the deal is.
What do you think about Garfield the Cat's relationships with all of these women throughout the film?
Well, I know that John wouldn't approve. Boy, I just don't know, because he's meeting these people and he's obsessed with this thing and obsessed with this girl, and he'll meet these other girls and they'll be like, we should fuck, and he'll be like, okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah, I've read a couple different things about it. Some people say it's misogyny, but I don't know that it is. I mean, I guess in a sense he is using them. Like I said earlier, his sole purpose is to just find this girl. But at the same time, these other girls are like, "Hey, we should have sex." You know what I mean? Like
he's like, "Okay,
cool."
Yeah. Like I don't know. Here's the one part of the movie that is missing in continuity, and I wish it was in there. So I want to know how he banged Bird Lady. Like, did he go to her house and knock on the door and was like, "Hey"?
Yeah, it shows that.
Okay. I guess I missed that.
At the end,
was he just like, "Hey, I've been admiring your tits from across the thing for a really long time"?
So at the end, he just goes over and knocks on her door, and then it pans to them after they had sex. It's
Post-coital.
Post-coital.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's I do wish we would see more of that. Like,
how'd
he pursue that? It's
right.
It's like it's that easy for him. You know what I mean? He just falls into these situations.
Yeah.
But everyone else is okay with it. Like every other woman is okay with it. They're like, this is
a lot of free love going on in LA. I
for
guess.
sure. Right.
Man. Yeah, weird. You meet a guy, he's clearly homeless and he's wearing a crown. And Garfield the cat's like, "Who are you?" And he's like, I'm the homeless king. I'm the homeless king. And he's like, "Oh, okay.
All right."
Yeah. I like when he's just deciphering all these codes like some kind of fucking madman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's like, oh, he's got the thing. And he's like, NPM. Nintendo Power Magazine. What?
What the fuck?
They're just the most bizarre things.
In that video that I sent you kind of points that out, like how silly, how ironic, I guess it is that all these puzzles are from like kids' toys. Like he gets a map from a box of cereal that goes over the Nintendo Power Magazine map,
which is a layout of fucking Link's Awakening, the map.
Yeah.
And so it lays over, and it's like, oh, you got to use these coordinates to do this thing, and you decipher the song, and fucking you got to count the numbers and the letters of the syllables and the fucking how you work out the alphabet and the hidden messages in a song or what. It is fucking crazy.
It's wild.
That being said, I don't think it's like that bit of it. I don't think it's clever, but it's not inventive, I guess. Or it's inventive, but maybe I don't think it's terribly clever. Either way, I enjoy it. I like it, but it's like it's just like Nintendo Power Magazine. But it fits with the theme though, because when he sees the guy in the piano, which is my favorite part of the movie, the piano guy or whatever, and he's like, I wrote all this shit. He's like, it's in TVs and sitcoms and movies and music and all your culture. Your culture is a lie.
You're referring to the songwriter.
Yeah, the songwriter guy. But yeah, that's how the part of the theme of it. So it's like, yeah, your favorite fucking childhood cereal is fuck you. It's so I could send hidden maps out to other people. He's like, but why? And the guy's like, I don't fucking know.
Yeah. Does it matter?
Yeah. Yeah.
At the end of the day, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Like you said. I just think that a lot of us enjoy that mystery. So it's like you get wrapped up in it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I just mean like the numerology thing. You know what I mean? Where he's like writing out the alphabet and the syllables and the thing or whatever. And I'm like, there.
So that was, I guess.
I don't know. Some of it I have mixed feelings. Like I enjoyed everything about that scene. Like him obsessing over a madman. I just like that bit. I've seen that in other stuff. Like I've seen that in a lot of other stuff. Just a man obsessed.
Yeah.
And it's not bad, but it's weird to see him obsessing over such a obscure thing, I guess.
Yeah.
It's like who would put that much time and dedication into that?
I guess Garfield the cat.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
He's obsessed with Lady Lasagna, and he's got to find her. You know? No, I kind of liked the idea of, I mean, like you said, it's not, I don't think it's necessarily new, but throughout this film, there's a band that
Oh God, what's the name?
they're
of the
all
band?
following.
Like
Jesus and the Brides of Dracula, I think.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
So they're following this band the entire time. When he goes to a rooftop party, the band is there playing, and he eventually gets handed one of their records and is told that if you play the record backwards, it contains a secret hidden, a hidden message.
Yeah.
Which we've all kind of heard that before.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's
yeah.
specifically true or not.
It's,
Whatever.
It's about like part of
That's
satanic panic is my guess
right
in the 90s or whatever.
That's just going down another rabbit hole.
Yeah.
It
Everything is
really is.
like he's every shiny thing in the movie. He's like,
Ooh,
ooh,
what's that?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, I don't like. It's almost like he doesn't have enough common sense to actually work anything out, but he gets obsessed with all these very obscure things that happen to turn out to have patterns.
Yeah.
Like, I guess here's the part that frustrates me is he doesn't reach one dead end. He's every suspicion that he has throughout the entire movie is
he's works.
Absolutely dead on.
Yeah.
And it's very Columbo.
Yeah. It's just too easy. I understand that.
Yeah.
But I don't think I really focus too much on that. But I know what you're saying.
Yeah, it's just that, like, after watching the whole thing, I'm like, man, something about the way that he gets through all these mysteries. I'm like, it's almost like Mr. Magoo.
Yeah.
Like, because he's not the sharpest knife in the drawer.
No, he's not.
I tell you what I did like, though, is when he's walking back to his car and somebody keyed a giant dick and balls on the hood of his car, and he hears it, and it's kids, and he beats the fuck out of those kids. Oh, my God, I loved it.
I like how that's the part that you liked.
I loved it so much, dude. These kids are like vandalizing everybody's cars, and he just beats them like they're grown men.
He force feeds an egg,
just a raw egg,
into one.
Crams it in that kid's mouth, beats the shit out of him,
Holy
kicks him in the
shit,
stomach.
Man.
Another kid runs up, fucking just socks that kid right in the ball sack.
So I love Jimmy Simpson's cameo in this, who is one of the McPoyle brothers.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. You see him 3 or 4 times throughout the film.
He just kind of pops up.
He's like
instant friends
and
with Garfield the cat.
Somehow these two know each other. And I like the scene where they go to a chess party together. That was, I really thought that was fun.
What's a chess party? It's like, oh yeah, it's this rich guy. So he just like, throws a lot of parties with like, hot chicks and guys that play chess.
Yeah. He's like, do you know how to play chess? And Andrew Garfield's like, no. He's like, perfect.
Yep. They're playing chess. He makes a move. He's like, ooh, that's a really dumb move.
You sure you want to do that? Yeah, I am sure.
Okay.
At that point, he follows the lead singer of that, Jesus is what they call him. He follows that dude to the bathroom. That part was really fucking gross.
The guy just took a nasty shit, like a real nasty shit.
And it's funny because I was like, they focus on the shit, and it's like, are you playing us right now? Is that a symbol of something? Or are you just like, hey, you're going to look into that, aren't you? It's just shit.
Yeah, you want to see what kind of turd it was. Was it a floater or a sinker? I don't know. How are you going to know if you don't look?
Oh, man. But that's where he finds out about the songwriter. He finds out about the songwriter from the lead singer of that band. And he gets the girls to bring him to the songwriter's house, essentially.
Oh, hell yeah.
And you said that was one of your favorite parts in the film.
Oh, love it.
Yeah.
I love it, man. When he meets the songwriter, the guy that plays the songwriter, he's like in old man suit.
Mm-hmm. I just love that how he gets to this guy's house. He just goes in, and the songwriter's sitting at a piano, and he's just like, "Yeah, come on in."
Yeah, come on
like
in.
He was expecting him,
right?
You know what I mean? Like, it's like everyone is expecting him along this journey. So are they watching him? You know what I mean?
Right. And how?
Yeah.
also.
It just adds to
Because
the
he's
mystery.
he's just a normal dude.
He's just
in his,
a guy,
in his
yeah.
apartment. Yeah, he's like screwing a chick, smoking some weed, having a cigarette, looking at a boob. he's just Joe Everyman.
Yeah, right.
But for some reason, he's also maybe the smartest man alive.
Maybe.
I don't know. It's odd. But man, when they go see the songwriter and that guy's like, so this is like a big turning point in his character development, Garfield the cat.
Yeah.
And he goes to sing the songwriter, and he thinks that this guy finally has the answers that he's looking for.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, he walks in the room and he's like, "Is this Kurt Cobain's guitar?" And you know, I don't want to spoil too much. I think I might just drop the audio clip in here.
Wrote the song Turning Teeth for Jesus and the Brides of Dracula, and the codes and the music. I found the tunnels and the bomb shelter.
Okay.
So what does it all mean?
Come and sit down. Here.
Is that Kurt Cobain's Fender Mustang guitar?
Oh, I don't know. Probably. I don't remember. I have so many things.
Can I pick it up?
Well, I don't always worry what the message is. I just pass it along. I slip it between the notes, hide it away with people that know it's there.
You're saying you've done this before? Codes?
I wrote the music your dad grew up to. Half of what you sang along to as a kid, and I'm still doing it. And these teenagers are dancing to my music. I want it that way. Tell me why.
You're telling me there's hidden messages in old pop songs?
Movies, television shows, everything you know.
Why?
That's pop culture, isn't it? Floats away like tissue paper. See, I blow my nose. I find a used Kleenex, I recycle it, and there is your wedding song. Here it comes. I want to know what love is. And I want you to show me.
What are the tunnels for? Is there gonna be a war?
Oh, hell, I don't know. I'm just trying to make a living, earn a few dollars.
But you have everything.
No.
You know this girl?
Well, isn't she pretty? Earth angel, earth angel.
She was killed,
Oh, won't you be mine? Wow,
along with Jefferson Sevens, but I think you already knew that, no?
No, I did not. I don't care what's fashionable or cool. It's all silly and it's all meaningless. I created so many of the things that you care about. The songs that give your life purpose and joy. When you were 15 and rebelling, you were rebelling to my music. Uh-oh. That's one you know. That song was not written on distorted guitar. No. I wrote it here on piano somewhere between a blowjob and an omelet. There is no rebellion. There's only me earning a paycheck.
I don't believe you.
Well, good, because the real message was not meant for you. So it's better if you just smile and you dance and you enjoy the melody. Because this ugly old man, me, I am the voice of your generation. your grandparents, your parents, and all the young people that follow you. I love rock and roll. Drop another dime in the jukebox, baby. Oh, look at you. Everything that you hoped for, that you dreamed about being a part of, is a fabrication. Your art, your writing, your culture is the shell of other men's ambitions, ambitions beyond what you will ever understand.
That's funny to you.
Well, it's a little bit funny, don't you think? Because I wrote this, and I wrote this, and I wrote this.
Stop it.
And I wrote this too.
Stop it! Who's paying you to write these songs? Who's paying you to write these songs?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, pretty intense. So I don't know how long that clip is. 5 minutes? I don't know. It's a bit. Listen to it though. It's fucking. It's wild.
It's awesome.
If you watch the movie, it's fucking really intense. And then Garfield the cat kills him.
Very brutally.
Yeah.
And very, I would say, Tarantino-like, maybe?
Yeah, it just, there's so many, like, homages to other films in this movie, and that's, like, that I fucking loved.
The homage to Marilyn Monroe's last film, which I cannot remember the name of. Damn it, I thought I wrote it down. I guess I did not. The pool scene. Not the first pool scene, but the one where she's like putting her
leg up. Yeah,
that is from.
Is that
Marilyn.
A different girl?
No, that's her. But I think that's a dream that he's having.
Yeah,
at that point,
I'm saying like in casting, is that a different girl, or did the mole? She had like the beauty mark.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
She did look a little different, right?
Yeah, I don't know if it was like the wet, slick back hair and the fact that she had the Marilyn Monroe beauty mark on or whatever. But
yeah, it's kind of cool how many nods there are to just
all kinds of shit.
A lot of other stuff. Yeah, I want to talk about the homeless king.
Okay, yeah, loving this guy.
Who was that? Did we mention his name?
Yeah, he was in the building.
He was in the building.
Yeah, I did mention his name. I don't have it in front of me right now, but
I find it funny that Jimmy Simpson had a name in this. His name was Alan, but then like Andrew Garfield's like, I guess you could call him his best friend. Doesn't even have a name. Topher Grace. I thought that was kind of funny. Homeless King, David Yao.
Yeah, he was awesome.
He played that part perfectly. So Andrew Garfield, he cracks the fucking code, man.
Yep.
And the code is
rub Dean's head.
There you go.
Stand under Newton.
That's what it was.
Yep.
So that's what he does. He goes to this observatory, which is a real place in L.A.
Has a bust
of James Dean.
Yep. So he rubs his head, and then he goes and sits under another
Sir Isaac Newton.
A bust of Sir Isaac Newton.
Yeah.
And then the homeless king just like walks out of the woods, and he's like, "I saw you rubbing that statue's head," and he's like, "Who are you?" he's like, "I'm the homeless king.
Yeah,
come on, put that blindfold on. I'll take you where you want to go." So what the fuck? Like just the weirdest shit. Like that's the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
Hey, saw you rubbing that statue's head over there.
You did?
Put on a blindfold. I'll take you to a place. What the fuck?
Okay.
I'm the king of the rats.
One of the funniest things to me in this film is the king takes him. He's blindfolded, and I thought the king was gonna say something really profound. And he says, "You know, a lot of people don't realize this about themselves, but you have a smell to you."
Yeah, he's like, you do not smell good. You do not have a good smell about you.
Yeah.
That's what he says. Because he gets sprayed by a skunk. Also, a silly thing about the movie is like, he's smoking weed, and somebody's like, "Oh, you smoking weed?" And he's like, "No, there's a lot of skunks in this area of Los Angeles, actually."
Just a lot of skunks in the woods.
Can't really do anything about it. They're just spraying all the time. What's that about, you know? And then he gets sprayed by a skunk, and then he's taking a bath in fucking tomato juice or whatever.
Hanging out with his fuck buddy.
Yeah, and then he's like, his fuck buddy's like, yeah, what do you think? And he's like, I don't know. You ever just think like, you know, I spent weeks writing down every time Vanna White repeated a pattern to turn in her head. And do you ever think maybe there's subliminal messages in media that are like meant for someone else, but meant for everybody else to not even know about it? Like subliminal messages for powerful people or whatever. And why? And why are they? Do you ever think of like the super rich are like actually secretly controlling the entire world? And maybe there are lizard people living under the thing and Pizzagate and all this other, like he just fucking is going crazy. And she's like, oh, no, I don't think that.
Not really. He's like, oh, you think I'm crazy?
Oh, yeah, I sound crazy, huh? Yes.
A little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, huh?
Yeah.
You do. And then he goes to all these lengths to prove his point. He's right. Eureka. And it didn't matter.
Yeah.
He just still went and fucked the bird lady.
So, yeah, at the end, basically what it all boils down to is, because in the beginning of the film, there's this billionaire that disappears.
Oh, yeah.
Basically what happens is this guy fakes his death and fucks off to an underground
pyramid thing. Yeah.
And takes 3 women with him to live out the rest of their days, which is not very long, I don't think. They said they had like 6 months worth of food. Very cultish. I mean, that's what it is.
Oh, yeah.
Essentially.
Oh, yeah. Hardcore cult.
Hardcore cult.
When he goes and he talks to the dudes in that, like, hut, that dude and his other 3 women or whatever.
That's one of my favorite scenes in this film.
Yeah, I like that part, too. He's talking to the guy, and the guy's like, whoa, easy with the gun. By the way, that gun, that's a Kimber 1911. That's the exact same gun that I have.
Oh.
Like, exactly the same.
Damn.
And I was like, wow, you don't see that every day. It's a very specific gun. It's got a very specific handle and look about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, cool. That's neat. For me. I was like, hey, my gun's in this movie.
So that guy is Final Man. That's his name.
Oh, hell yeah.
Don McManus. And I thought he was really great in this.
It's McManus.
It's McManus.
Yeah, McManus. No, he was great too. And he's like, no, sit down, have some tea. Don't ever drink tea from a cult dude.
Right.
Don't ever drink anything.
Just don't even think about it.
If they're like, oh, have some tea, just be like, I'm good. I just drank 2 gallons of water. Even if that's a lie and you are very thirsty.
So the final man tells him that the tombs that Sam found, they are for kings, like him and Jefferson, the other billionaire.
Like, no one will ever find us except for like an archaeologist tens of thousands of years in the future.
He says it's about ascension. Not a heaven, but
a different plane of existence.
Yeah.
It's fucking the Heaven's Gate.
Right.
It's the Heaven's Gate thing.
Right.
Just with a different coat of paint.
Yeah.
Just crazy. Like everything about this movie, I'm like, this is fucking crazy. Like the whole time. It's like, it's the bit that I hate about people that are like, no, man, that's what they want you to think. Like, cause I fucking hate that shit. I'm like, use some logic or maybe that is what they want you to think.
Right. Maybe they want you so busy.
Yeah, maybe take that lens and turn it on yourself for a minute and just like, I don't know, a little introspective research. But anyway, I don't, as a work of fiction, I gotta say, man, this is a fun movie and everybody in it is immaculate.
Yeah, I would agree for sure. I like the what they call it, the hobo guide.
Yeah,
that Sam uses in this. And it's given to him by the conspiracy theorist, I think. Yeah, he's like, here, take this.
Yeah, he's like, it's like hobo language.
And it's basically what hobo people use. They mark specific locations to say, this is not a safe place, or this is a safe place. You can get food here. You can have shelter here.
Beware of dog.
Yeah, exactly. And you see some of those symbols. You see this symbol throughout the entire film, which means stay quiet.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, what would you? It's maybe
It's
like
like,
two diamonds that are like connected.
It's two diamonds that are connected on the sides, like
Yeah.
left to right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you see that throughout the entire film, the stay quiet symbol. You see that at the end of the movie on his door/wall.
Oh yeah, and he's like, it's the owl's kiss. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. And it also kind of resembles the mask of the owl's kiss, which is just a fictional woman with claws in the face of an owl and a rockin' bob. She wants to come in and like, hey, you want these goodies? And when you're like, yeah, she's like, I'm gonna get you.
I'm gonna get you.
Ooh, ooh.
Who?
Garfield the cat.
Oh, I did find this kind of interesting in that video. The guy states that the names Sam and Sarah, it forms Samsara, which is Sanskrit, I think, for like aimless wandering or drifting, which is basically what he's doing this entire. Yeah, so there's just a lot of we could go on for 2 hours and 19 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, after I watched it, I was like, yeah, maybe we'll do whatever on the pod. We'll figure out a way to get through it. And then I watched the movie, and then I was like thinking about it the next day at work, and I'm like, how are we gonna talk about this? Because it's just fucking so. Like, if we had told you step for step, beat for beat, what the movie was about, and this was your first episode tuning in, you would think we were insane. Because it doesn't sound like, or you would be like, you would watch the movie and then go, yeah, these guys are insane.
Yeah.
It would just be more proof for the pudding, I suppose. But
yeah, I think, I would just urge someone to watch this. I don't think it's going to be for everyone, but
I would say it's like, I actually looking at the reviews on Google, I mean, it looks like it's about 65% across the board.
Yeah.
And I've got to say, even though this hits my taste, like this works for me.
Mm-hmm.
This is a movie that had I never seen a review for it, I would be like, man, 2 out of 10 people would think this is cool.
Yeah.
And everybody else would be like, what the fuck is this supposed to be? Yeah, yeah. Like one of those where it's so bizarre. You're like, why did someone make this?
Yeah.
But there's a lot to it.
There's a lot to it. I think ultimately it's like, I don't know, maybe it just like points a finger at us as a society and just like, hey, look.
Right.
Look at you. Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
Look at you. This is what you look like.
Yeah.
This is what you sound like. Yeah. I don't know, man. It's a fucking bizarre film. I really, really enjoyed it on the rewatch. Like, I'm glad you brought it up because now I went back and finished it.
Yeah.
And I hadn't seen all of it prior. I guess I fell asleep like 30, 40 minutes into it because I had watched it at one point and I was like, I like this.
Yeah, it's a fun, to me, it was a fun little trot. Another A24 release, by the way. So, what do you think, Dan? Should we rate this puppy?
Yeah, I don't know what kind of thumbs you're going to do for it, though.
Oh, you want to talk thumbs?
Yeah, let's talk thumbs.
What
kind of thumbs you think?
Ooh, that's a difficult one. So if you had 10 thumbs and every thumb was a balloon, because there's a woman in this that just wears a costume with balloons on it.
Yeah.
And people pop her balloons at a party.
And then sometimes she's just got one balloon, but everybody leaves that one alone.
If you had 10 thumbs and every thumb was a balloon, how many thumb balloons would you give Under the Silver Lake? Or do you want to do something else? You want to do dog treats? You want to do
dog killers, owl ladies?
You want to do video game controller?
Honda
thumbs?
Rabbits, really old boxes of cereal. There's a million things. Like there's so many little MacGuffins in this.
Oh, I did see. So Sam's ringtone is the theme from the Commodore 64 game, The Last Ninja.
Nice.
I love that ringtone.
It's just a good sound.
Yeah, it's just I like it. what about? I don't know. What do you think? Anything works, I guess.
Yeah, like anything. Pirates. I want to do pirates.
You want to do pirates?
How many pirate thumbs? He's talking to that girl. He's like, hey, what was up with your buddy who's dressed like a pirate? And she's like, I don't know who you're talking about. What? How do you not know? It's like when he walks out of the room and that guy's sitting on the couch, I'm like, what is this fucking pirate? Like, what? Yeah, just fucking real weird, man. Yeah, we'll do pirate thumbs.
So real quick, this movie is basically like, so I'm reading another Thomas Pynchon book right now. This feels like his very Thomas Pynchon style.
His brain, baby.
His brand. It's just bizarre, just mysterious, just all about like paranoia and just I don't know, all that shit.
There's a lot of slow burn stuff in here.
Yes,
like very much like he's walking to his car, and that's a minute-long scene, or whatever. And some of that stuff, I'm like, so at first I was like, is the whole movie going to be like this? And it's not.
I would say for me, that's my only gripe, is that they could have shaved off maybe 10 minutes of this.
And stuff like that. Like him going from place A to place B.
So that's my only gripe. It is a little long. I still really like this movie. So I'm going to give it, I'm going to go with, we're going with pirate thumbs.
Arr.
I'm going to go with 9.
I'm going to go 9 pirate thumbs. I'm going to go 8.75.
Okay. I like it.
8.75. I'm not sure that I can put it quite at a 9 because I'll be honest with you, narratively speaking, I still don't understand why this got made. Like, I don't get it. I watched the whole movie. I get it.
Yeah.
Like, I get
you understand.
I get the story. I get what happens. I get why it happens. I just am not sure why
someone made it.
They made it. Yeah. It's just a bunch of fucking weird batshit ideas that kind of work together. But then at the end, you're expecting all this mystery and all this rabbit hole diving to like allude to something.
It doesn't.
And it doesn't.
But that's like
that's the point.
That's kind of what we talked about. Yeah, that's kind of the point. And like you mentioned earlier, the film ends how it begins. Right?
Yeah.
Just with him standing on a balcony. I just really like that. He's standing on the opposite balcony that he was watching at the start of the film.
Yeah.
And he's watching.
Now he's at the outside looking in because during his obsession, all he could do is be inside and look out.
Right.
And now that he's discovered that obsession doesn't actually lead you to anything of any value, he's gone outside.
Mm-hmm.
And now that he's gone outside looking back in, he's like, oh man, what a fucking mess in there.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing that he's seeing because now his landlord and the cop are in there and he's like, what the fuck is this shit? Like the symbol on the wall or whatever. Good. Like the way they put the film together really works. Really works really well. It's just a fucking odd story.
Yeah, I think that's why I just like weird, odd shit.
Yeah. Again, also my only gripe is a little long.
Yeah, it's a little long.
Little long.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's all I've got for it. We're gonna go check out. What's the other thing we're gonna watch?
We're gonna go check out The Skulls.
Oh fuck yeah! I saw this when I was a teenager.
I think we all did.
Yeah. Oh boy, I don't know. We'll be right back for more ass whooping.
We're gonna get up in it, boy.
Just got a picture of him. The road dog, Jesse James. Oh, you didn't know? Your ass better call somebody. As long as they're not like, hey man, we should hang out and watch The Skulls. Oh, Jesus fucking hell. The Skulls. I should have had this pulled up here. The Skulls is a PG-13 2000 thriller, psychological thriller, 2 hour, 22-minute runtime.
Whoa, it's not.
It's not? Yeah, I was like, that's not right. It feels like it is, though. Dark, disturbing, and suspenseful. I don't think any of those things track. It's got a 5.6 out of 10 on IMDb, way high.
Yeah.
9% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's a little closer to the mark. 4.2 out of 5 on Vudu. 78% of Google users like this movie. Release date, March 31st, 2000. Directed by Rob Cohen. Distributed by Universal Pictures and Summit Entertainment. Stars Paul Walker, Joshua Jackson, Leslie Bibb, Hill Harper, Christopher MacDonald.
And some other people.
William Peterson. Fucking Christopher, just fucking Shooter McGavin himself. And Craig T. Nelson. And let me tell you, besides him and Steve Harris, you do not give a fuck about anybody that's in this.
Craig T. Nelson?
Yeah.
And who? Who's the other? Steve Harris?
Yeah, Steve Harris. He's the cop.
Oh.
Detective Sparrow.
Like the acting? Is that, or just like, you don't care about the other people? Or
nothing in this. No, you just don't care about anything in this.
Yeah.
It's weird seeing a picture of fucking Joshua Jackson as like a grown adult man, because I don't think I've seen him in a thing in years, but he looks way different with a beard.
Well, he was in Fringe, not Friends.
Oh, yeah. See, he was in Fringe.
I love that show, actually. I know that it's...
Dawson's Creek, The Mighty Ducks, Dr. Death, The Affair, Shudder, and Fatal Attraction.
Oh. So, box office for The Skulls, well, let's see. First, I've got budget, $35 million.
Where? Oh, those cars. Never mind.
Where? Well, did you see the castles, Danny?
Yeah.
You know, they had to rent the castles.
Yeah.
Come on.
I had to have some of them constructed specifically for the film because no weird buildings like that exist.
Budget, $35 million. It ended up grossing worldwide $50 million.
This is one of those movies where like every set feels like a set.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like a real place. You know what I mean? Like everything just feels very much like a manufactured fake fucking thing.
Yeah. I don't know if we said Metascore, by the way, but that was 24. So pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's
So Birdman, what happens in The Skulls? I'm gonna drink this whole beer while you talk about it.
No.
Oh goddamn, it's good beer.
Pretty good beer.
Man. I
So-
have not had a modern IPA in a hot fucking minute.
It's been a minute. It's been a minute since we've seen each other.
I know. Let's get through the Skulls thing and then we can just bullshit.
Sounds good, man.
Yeah. So you got Josh, whatever his name was.
Yep, Joshua Jackson.
Josh Jackson.
He this is supposed to be Yale.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know, I'm poor.
I'm poor. Help me, I'm poor.
Help me, I'm poor.
He gets invited into this secret society. Well, it's not so fucking secret if everybody knows about it, is it?
Right.
That's my biggest problem with
Yeah,
this
it's
shit.
when they walk by the building and they go, that's where the Skulls live.
Oh, is it?
Then it's not a secret society. It's a public society that chooses not to share what it's doing behind doors.
Right.
That part's a secret. The society is not a secret.
So Joshua Jackson gets invited into the Skulls. They're going to fucking pay for his school. He wants to be a lawyer, right? Isn't that what it was?
If you added an R to this, this could easily be a Marvel thing. It could just be the Skrulls. And it's just the same thing. It's a movie about the secret society, but everybody's aliens. That would be a better secret than what's going on here.
No, I think this could be a good film. It's just there's so much bad acting. The story needs a little bit of a write up, but
Right, yeah, it needs a punch up.
needs a punch up. Yeah, he gets invited to the Skulls. Everyone is weirdly accepted super easily. Like they don't really have to go through much at all.
No,
Which I thought was
steal a wind vane
yeah.
that doesn't function as a wind vane. They're like, oh, we gotta go steal this. We gotta go steal this mascot. We gotta steal a mascot thing, and they're like, wait, it's a riddle. It's a dumb riddle. And they're like, oh, it's the wind vane. We have to steal the wind vane.
Yeah.
Like, a wind vane shows you which direction the wind is blowing.
Yep.
If it's identical on both sides, and
It's not.
also a giant, heavy wrought iron thing,
Yeah.
the wind is not going to move it. It's never going to move.
No.
So it's a terrible wind vane.
Yeah.
And a dumb-looking mascot thing.
The snake?
Yeah. And they're like, oh, we've never gotten... Also, who named these things? Elementary school children?
These
you know
secret
what?
societies?
I'm going to bare my soul here for a moment.
Okay.
When I was in the 5th grade, I wanted to be in a band so bad. And I was like, we'll call it the Silver Dragons. And that somehow is still a better name than the Snakes. Or what was it? The Snakes and Skeletons, or
It
the
was like
Snakes and Bones or something?
Snakes and Bones or something. I was like, what?
Snakes and Bones and the Skulls.
Because isn't the skulls, like the actual skull, isn't that called Skull and Bones? Like the actual secret society? Because it's a real thing.
Yeah.
I think it's Skull and Bones.
Hmm.
Yeah. Skull and Bones is a secret society known as the Order 322. From Yale University.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a real thing. It's just
Not doing a very good job.
I believe
Because if you can just Google it, then
right. That's what I mean. That's my whole thing. Is like
it's not really a secret.
it's not a
then.
secret.
Yeah.
And like just like in this movie, there are presidents and whatnot that have been in the Skull and Bones, or I guess are still in the Skull and Bones. Anyways, he gets accepted very easily. He gets branded, which I don't think is a thing. They get branded, and then you get a watch. You get a very nice watch.
They're like, hey, listen, this is a secret. You can't ever tell anyone. By the way, here's a thing you can never hide for the rest of your life.
You just got to keep this watch over the branding
forever. Like when this battery dies, you just go buy another $20,000 watch.
Wait, can I keep the watch on when I'm taking a shower? I have so many questions.
Yeah. I'm glad they addressed like the biggest one for me though, like when he's getting inducted into the thing or whatever, and they're in that room and it just says war on the wall, like huge. Yeah, and I was like, what? They're doing their weird initiation thing, and then later I was like, what's
up with that?
Yeah, what's up with the giant word war? And they never really did. Like he confronts one of the guys about it, and he's like, so what's up with that? And the guy's like, war is the you gotta war is the what a skull does when you deserve to be a leader if you war.
What is it good for? War.
Absolutely nothing. It's what I'm told.
Thank you.
You're putting them down, I'm picking them up. You know what I'm saying?
Preach.
I'm smelling what you're stepping in.
Ugh, stinks.
Ooh.
Stinks like shit.
Stinks good. I'm gonna watch some TV on. I wonder what's on. Hope it's something good. Cunt. This needs a MacGruber in it. This needs some
silliness.
I just wanted Joshua Jackson or whatever his fucking name is.
All right, so Joshua Jackson, he's in it. He's excited. They're going to pay his bills. His bills.
They're going to pay his bills.
Why do you have a pin attached to you?
Oh, fucking, why is
the sunset? Why are boobs good?
Why is sunset
it
good?
Just
Why
does.
are boobs good? It just does. Life's a garden. You got to dig it.
So Joshua Jackson's friend is trying to dig into the skulls and find out what they're really about.
But
he steals Joshua Jackson's partner's book and key and gets into their secret lair and fucking gets killed, bro.
Yeah. So, man, when his friend is like, oh, we're still going to be friends, huh? Ain't no common ground in friendship. What? And then he's like, I'm mad at you because you won't tell me the truth.
I think he said there's no middle ground, which...
What?
Tomato.
Yeah, tomato.
Potato.
Didn't make any sense. And literally he's like, I'm mad at you because you're not telling me the truth. And towards the end of the movie, they thought I forgot, but I didn't. They're like, oh yeah, he was lying to you. He was hiding the truth from you because like Remember when you rushed the skulls or whatever, and you ran out of here like a bat on a hell, and somebody was taking pictures of you 65 seconds away from where they already were? Because they're like timing him. They call him on the phone. They're like, auditorium, 30 seconds.
Yeah.
If I can bust ass down there. The room with the planets, 20 seconds, lose the bike.
Men's bathroom, stall number 2.
Windowsill, grab the drink with the skull on
Drink
it.
the water.
Whoever is the not the PR guy, whoever does marketing for the skulls,
Yeah.
that guy must get paid by the logo because he's putting that motherfucker on everything. I bet you they have skulls on their toilet paper. Do you know what I mean? Like everybody's got it. Like if you like take their ink pen and you unscrew it under the cap instead of like where it's supposed to say like Bic or whatever, it's
just
a skull. Yeah.
I imagine the toilet paper is wrapped in a fancy paper, and the paper has a brand, and it's just a skull.
It's just a skull, and then you unwrap the fancy paper, and there's like an embossed skull for more texture when you wipe. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What ply do you think it is?
It's fucking 4-ply.
Fucking 17
It's
ply.
fucking 4-ply. These people have no regard for anything.
I'm so glad we picked this movie.
Fucking hell. It was actually kind of fun
It was pretty
to make
fun
fun
to
of.
watch. It's not at all the worst thing we've ever watched.
No, there's so much stupid shit. I'm skipping way the fuck ahead.
Yeah,
At
go
the
ahead.
end of the movie, they're having a duel, like with guns, and they go to this place.
Oh, you talking about the dual place?
I'm talking about the duel place. And upon inspection, after the duel has concluded, you get kind of an aerial view of it. And this is just built specifically with the intent of the only thing this is for having a duel.
Dueling.
It's like got the paced out. There's a perfect little concrete pad where they put the guns for you to, like, there's a place for the guy that's like, it is time for a duel.
On my count. And he just, like, waves a napkin.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, okay, that's when we have to start pacing.
That's where they got the idea to do it in the Fast and the Furious when they had the hot lady drop the, there's a hot lady like with a handkerchief or whatever. They got the idea from the skulls.
From the scrolls. The skull and boners.
This is just so fucking stupid.
One of the things I hated the most about this was, I don't even remember what was happening in the scene, but the cinematographer was like, hey, what if we did just a bunch of jarring camera angles? Would that look cool? No.
No.
It wouldn't.
But then they'd already spent money on it. So at that point, you kind of have to put it in the movie to justify your budget use.
You got to put it in. You can't spend more time to take it out or reshoot. Put it in, baby. Just put it in.
They're really invested in rowing at the beginning of this.
Yeah.
Which is like, I know it's a big Ivy League thing.
For sure.
But man, the way people are getting amped for this rowing match.
You would think it's the fucking Super Bowl.
Game? Yeah. And the whole time I was like, man, these people ever saw like basketball or table tennis or literally anything else, they would be fucking blown
lose their
away.
fucking minds.
Yeah.
Dude, I love table tennis.
Dude, I'm terrible at it.
Yeah. I was pretty good there for a while. Played pro for a while.
Did you?
Junior circuit. I don't know. I'm just saying words.
Pro junior circuit.
I do love table tennis though, for real.
I don't know if you know, but one time the guy was warming the bench, and Terry took a break because he's terrible, and he was getting a chicken sandwich. It's the setup for Talladega Nights. And they were like, Birdman, we want you.
Yeah. All right.
Yep. And
I'm in.
You were like,
and then I'm just a rock star.
Yeah, at table tennis.
Yeah, we could make that movie. I guess there's already been a table tennis movie.
Yeah, I think there's a couple. I think
the dumb one with
Forrest Gump with Tom Cruise. That really fucking shitty one with Tom Cruise or Tom
the dumb
Hanks, not Tom Cruise.
What's the dumb one with Christopher Walken?
Oh, I don't know. It's got that
not good
chubby guy in it who's like he really just missed the mark on being Jack Black.
Yeah.
Yeah. Balls of Fury. Yeah.
Look at that.
Same time.
No edits. Get the fuck out of here.
Or as the Japanese say, ping pong.
Fucking love ping pong, man.
Oh, God. Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
terrible at it.
How do you think about the ending of this?
I think the whole movie is like a guy. There was an accident, and Paul Walker gets blamed for it.
Yeah.
And he's like, I didn't kill your friend, but I'm not sure how to emote properly. That's why you're still suspicious of me. And then he's like, I think you did kill my friend. And then he finds evidence. He's like, oh, Paul Walker didn't kill my friend. He just can't act. Not in this movie, anyway. I really like Paul Walker and like Tammy and the T-Rex and like whichever Fast and the Furious movies he may or may not be in. I watched like the first 2 or 3, I think, and they were okay.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with Paul Walker. But this is not good. This is a miss for
bad.
me. Yeah.
There are like,
And the end when he's just like, that guy's like, but what if I call on you one day? Can you safely say that you could deny me? Would you worry about your wife and your family that you've built?
will you be there for me?
Could you do that? Could you be there for me? And he's like, Joshua Johnson or whatever. He's like, watch me. And then he walks out the door, and the guy's like, good choice, son. Good choice. And then the movie just fucking ends. And he goes to a lighthouse and holds hands with Leslie Bibb, and they do a kiss. And then
Yeah. They do a kiss.
yeah, it's like.
At first, I thought he was just going to like row off into the sunset, but maybe he was rowing to the lighthouse.
To the lighthouse? Yeah, maybe Leslie
To
Bibb's
meet
like, I'll meet
Leslie?
you at that lighthouse on the ocean. I know the boat is on a lake. So I guess you're gonna have to like get a pickup truck and
Couldn't
take
we
it
just
to the.
Can we just go together, or maybe not go there at all? Can we just meet at the square
Could you
in
just pick
town?
me up in the all new 2000 Jeep Grand Cherokee?
We had a lot of fun with that.
yeah, they're really trying to showcase that Jeep Cherokee.
You know, it's a pretty beastly off road wagon.
Yeah.
Wagoneer.
Was it the wagon? No, it's a Grand Cherokee. It was a Grand Cherokee, but they make a Wagoneer.
Yeah, they do.
If you're even more adventurous for off road, the
all
all
new
new 2000 Jeep Wagoneer.
Compared to the Ford Taurus that they were driving, the Jeep's gonna take it all day.
Ooh.
You know. Yeah.
Did you have a Taurus? Somebody I knew in high school had a Taurus, and I remember like they gave me a lift somewhere one time, and I got in, and I was like, it was fucking pretty roomy in this Taurus.
Mike's
Mike had
mom
Mike's mom had a Taurus.
had a Taurus. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's where
Pretty
I
sure.
remember the back seat from. Boom, got him.
Just
kidding.
Oh,
I'm sorry, Donna, if you're listening to this. Donna's not listening to this.
got him. I did like the Taurus. It was a beast. It was just like a fucking hunk of metal.
Just a thick,
like all cars are.
just a metal thing that goes pretty fast. I mean, faster than I can go without one, certainly.
I'm a Taurus.
Oh yeah. Oh god.
I am.
Like your astrological sign. No, like I'm a fucking Ford Taurus.
No, I literally am a Ford Taurus.
Honk.
Vroom vroom. We're a cheeky bunch.
Oh man, remember that guy we went to high school with that thought he was a truck? I haven't thought about that in so long.
Yeah. Yeah,
he'd just fucking burn out in third gear in the hallway.
Old Aaron.
Oh man,
Yep.
yeah. I wonder what he's doing.
Good dude.
I hope he's getting on all right.
Good dude.
Yeah. I hope he's doing okay.
All right, let's rate.
Hope he's keeping that oil changed.
You got to keep the oil change.
Yeah.
Let's rate the Skull and Boners.
Done. I don't know.
If you had
8. Oh.
If you had
Okay.
10 thumbs, and the doctors were like, "Why the fuck do you have 10 thumbs?" And you're like, "I don't know.
It's a secret.
It's a secret.
It's a secret that I have 10 thumbs." And they're like, "But they're visible."
We can see them."
Yeah. Shh, and you wave
Your
your
mom
weird
literally
thumb hands in
told
front
us.
of me. You're like, "No, it's not. It's not."
This is not what you want to see.
Tell me
And
if it-
every thumb was a key
Ooh.
that had
that's good.
that had a skull
A what?
a skull.
Oh shit. That's crazy.
At the base, not the tip.
Oh fuck.
Because the tip's the actual key.
Yeah.
Because that's how a key works.
Yeah, that's how keys are. Fuck.
If you had 10 thumbs and there's skull, everyone's a skull key. You going 8? You going 8?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go hard 8 on that. I had a lot of fun beating
Damn.
this up. It's a little long. It's a
It
little
is.
long, but I mean, there is a lot of stuff to make fun of,
Yeah.
which is
For sure.
what I am looking for. I'm looking for fodder for comedy.
We had a good time with this. I think I'll also go 8. I think we'll do a couple 8s. You know, lucky number 8.
Nice. Lucky number 8. What does it mean? Because 8's really just 2 zeros on top of each other.
Oh,
But if you
shit.
take that 8
What
and
if
then you turn it sideways,
then
it
it's
becomes infinity.
Yeah.
So if it's
So if
infinity, but infinity in a mirror is also still infinity. But if you
And Buzz Lightyear said to infinity and beyond.
like Buzz Lightyear's best friend is Woody, and if I'm erect right now, then that makes me like just fucking.
I love it, dude. Love it.
Yeah,
You
it was,
know,
I don't
it's-
know. It was it's stupid as shit. But
It's-
if you want to watch something just to beat up on it, this is pretty.
It's pretty
good.
fun.
Your cup runneth over.
You've probably seen this.
Yeah,
You probably watched this.
you probably don't remember any of it.
Right. You were probably like, oh, it's a pretty good film. No,
No, it's not.
it's not.
It's not. It's bad.
It could be, though. Do you want to talk about, or do you want to just fucking end it?
So I'd have.
Different actors
Yeah.
across the board.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing: is like Joshua Jackson. He's like, haha, misspent youth or whatever, because all of his friends are like shitheads and thieves and fucking violent or whatever. But he's in Yale.
Right.
I would have him be like maybe not Yale. Maybe don't go that prestigious.
Yeah.
And then second of all, maybe still have him have more of a bad boy streak.
What if it was Mizzou?
Because yes, he's just hanging out in Como. Yeah, getting some
It's
emos.
not prestigious at all.
No,
Getting some
no.
emos. That's our setting. Is
just
Mizzou.
digging on some like it
There's
opens
this-
up when they're like pizza and they come up. It's Casey's.
There's
Casey's
this-
Pizza.
There's a secret redneck society.
Oh fuck! Yeah,
What's it
dude.
called?
The skulls, like the chewing tobacco. Skull. Keep that skull, baby.
Oh fuck, dude. We got it. We nailed it.
Got it. It's
That's our
done.
comedy.
It's done. And then you just you like make like put Tucker and Dale in there instead of Coach
Yeah.
from the TV show Coach. Figure skating. She's a cruel bitch mother. Oh,
I love
God.
it.
Yeah, it was fun to see him in it. Well, whatever his name was again, I already forgot. Craig T. Nelson? No, it's a different name. It's got a T in it though.
I think that's his name.
Oh, is it Craig T. Nelson? God,
Yeah.
I fucking nailed it.
You nailed it.
You ever seen Poltergeist 2 with him in it, where he pukes up that giant worm skull thing? Pretty good. Oh,
Skull.
maybe that's. Oh my god!
Oh
it's
my
all
God.
connected.
We can connect anything, baby.
Craig T like teeth, and teeth are. Oh my god!
I can't believe I didn't see
Teeth
it.
I can't believe
It's
I
not
was a fool.
I can't believe it's not butter. All right. We're stupid and it's fun. It's been fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a good one. Let's do the next segment of the show.
Hey, what you watching?
What you watching, Bird?
What are you watching, Daniel?
Yeah. Fucking.
It's been a minute since we've seen each other.
Oh yeah.
I'm talking a minute.
It has been a minute. You know what I've been doing?
Let's hear it.
Working like 55 hours a week.
That sucks, dude.
It's all right. I don't really mind. I mind if I work 55 hours a week, like in 3 months. I mind a lot.
That's not a lot of hours.
Well, your paycheck's gonna be terrible. No, I mean like just while I'm learning a new thing. I don't, I understand there's a learning curve. I can't learn it all fucking overnight. Nobody can. But I'm doing good. I'm having a lot of fun.
Okay.
Liking my new coworkers, liking my job, liking my boss. Everything's cool, groovy. It's just taken a lot of my mental and physical energy. So looking forward to whittling down that amount of time
to like 45 hours.
Yeah,
instead of
55.
55. That's what's crazy is like typically, I guess I've always worked 40 hours in a week, sometimes more, a lot of the times more. But once you get to like 55, that seems like that is a lot. But then you hear of some people that work like 70 hours a week and 80, and you're like, what the fuck? How does that person live?
I am still that guy because I do this.
Well, yeah,
also.
you're doing a lot of other shit for sure.
Yeah. Boy, grind culture can just suck my fucking dick. You know what I mean? It's stupid and toxic, and I hate it. Look, if I could get away with it, I literally would sell tomatoes on the side of the road. I do not give a flying fuck about money.
I'd buy your tomatoes.
Thank you. I do give a flying fuck about having air conditioning and heating and electricity
and being
and
able
the
to take
internet
a hot shower
and a hot shower. Well, there's ways around that, but I would make a hot shower if I didn't have electricity.
Is that like a sexual thing or?
Yeah, that's a golden shower, but it is hot. like 98.5 degrees.
That's hot, dude.
That's warm. It's not going to burn you. People are like, wow, this is what it was like in the amniotic sac, I guess, maybe.
All right, we're supposed to be doing a thing, I think.
Yeah.
What you watching?
I watched most of the movie Tar.
Okay.
But it was really long, and I was like, Alicia was sleeping, and she woke up, and she's like, "Oh, you're still watching that movie?" And I was like, "Yeah."
3 days
she's like,
later,
it's like 2:30, and I was like,
"I know."
Oh fuck! It is 2:30. I better go the fuck to sleep. So I was really enjoying that. I like a March into Madness. Not March Madness.
Fuck March Madness.
I just fucking balling out of control. That's how I do. Just hooping my life away.
Fuck yeah, dude.
But I love a March into Madness, and Cate Blanchett. I fucking love Cate Blanchett.
Yeah, she's great.
Not like I love my old lady. I don't love Cate Blanchett in that way. I just think she's a good actress, is what I'm saying. She's a good actor. And yeah, it was good. I really want to finish it, but I'm sure I probably still have like 45 minutes left. Like, it's a hella long movie.
Yeah, it's like over 2.5 hours.
Yeah,
it's on my list.
It's there are parts of it that are very moving, and she says some stuff that's like, I don't know. I don't want to spoil it for you. After you watch it, we'll chat about it.
Okay.
I don't know if we'll do it for the show, but maybe. I don't know. I need to go back and finish it anyway.
What else? What else you got?
What else do I got? Oh, we started watching some random show on Netflix called Red Rose. Like, really for no reason, just kind of like randomly put something on. We watched one episode of it, and we're like, oh, okay, all right. But it's a bunch of British kids, and essentially they learn the valuable lesson that all they had to do was shut their fucking phones off. You know what I mean? Just shut your phone off.
Just stop.
That's it. Just, you know what? Switch to a clamshell. Just embrace the past. Go analog, baby.
Analog?
Yeah, go anal log. That's where you put a rank of firewood up your butt.
Is that a new app? Analog. That sounds interesting. So I watched Avatar: Hunt for the Water People. Did I already do that one?
No. No, that's a good one.
Oh fuck! It's just about a mischievous young blue alien that's just trying to find his way in a crazy New Zealand world.
Nice.
You know, that's all it's about.
Oh man, I know we're not doing the news.
Yeah.
Or whatever for right now. Hey, sorry, by the way, I'm not doing the news. Like I said, I'm working 55 hours a week. I'm hoping the news will come back at some point, but it's just not going to be right now. I'm too busy.
Yeah.
So in regards to news, man, I read a really sad thing the other day that Sam Neill is being treated for like stage 3 blood cancer. I didn't even know blood cancer was a thing.
That's a thing?
Your blood can have cancer by itself? I thought it had to be like an organ or a tissue. Well, I guess technically blood is a tissue.
That's fucking sad, dude.
Yeah. I know, man. Fucking love Sam Neill.
Yeah,
He's been a treasure. Like, he's like an icon of my life as far as film is concerned. You know what I mean?
That's like
one of the first movies I was ever obsessed with was Jurassic Park. I've been a really long time fan of Sam Neill. That's really, really sad, man. I hope he pulls through.
So it is. He's undergoing chemotherapy after being diagnosed with stage 3 angio. Is it angio or angio? Immunoblastic T-cell lymphoma. Jesus Christ, a type of blood cancer. Man.
Can I see the word? Oh, let me.
Oh,
here. How do we? It's a long table. Let me just.
Hey, Dan.
Angioimmunoblastic T-cell lymphoma. Yeesh. Swollen glands that were first noticed during publicity for Jurassic World Dominion. Cancer is in remission, according to Neil, but he will still require ongoing chemotherapy for the rest of his life. Fuck.
Wow.
Because your body's just like, we got to make blood, you know?
Right.
Gotta have that body juice. It's weird that we are all kind of just a living Capri Sun. You know what I mean? And if you get a straw poked in you, that's it.
You're done, son.
That's it. Some fucking kid's gonna come along and squeeze you, and fucking boom, game over.
I'm gonna fire off a few things.
Okay.
Just.
Oh my god. Oh
God.
Just ropes of it. Ugh.
Bird, stop. I watched The Last of Us. Finished that.
Yeah. Fuck. I haven't even recorded the last episode of the Patreon.
The Last of Yins.
Yeah.
You better get on that.
I will do it tomorrow.
Pretty good. The only thing I have an issue with is the pacing. Just, I think there should have been one more episode.
See, now I thought it should have been like 12 episodes.
Oh, okay. So you're thinking like 3 more, like,
yeah.
I think it needed more. It needed more
girth.
It needed more girth. It needed more girth. It needed to like take a breath of, you know, when you just like take a breath of fresh air, you're like, it needed that. It needed just a little more. It felt rushed. A lot of it felt rushed.
Yeah, it needed another episode for the initial setup.
Yep.
Like that pilot should have been stretched into 2 episodes.
2 episodes.
Yep, for sure. There needed to be an episode of them just like going through the city and not running into anybody or anything. Just literally one episode of them like navigating how to get through a building.
Or an episode of them going through the country. Like just one episode of
just
them
bonding.
Like a specific part of the country.
You guys didn't really bond until like episode 5.
Yeah.
But you've gone halfway across the country and you haven't warmed up to each other yet? That's odd.
Yeah, the pacing was just that's kind of my only gripe. Overall, I thought it was really good.
I loved it.
It just like I said, pacing was a little off. The dialogue just felt kind of rushed, and I think I just felt like they were like, all right, we only have 9 episodes here, guys. We got to move this along, you know.
Would you see that they're gonna, when they do season or The Last of Us Part 2 is gonna be broken into 2 seasons? I think that'll be beneficial, but I would rather see it in one shot.
Yeah.
Than see half of it and then wait a year or whatever and then see the other half of it.
Yeah, if they're gonna do that, they should just film all of it.
I'm sure that they will.
Yeah. Oh, you're saying you just want to see all? Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, just do it one. Like, okay, you're gonna make it a total of 18 episodes or whatever. Okay, great. Just release it all at once.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't need to be 2 separate seasons.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So I watched White Noise.
Oh yeah, what'd you think?
We talked a little bit about that. I thought it was very, a great adaptation. But I don't know that it needed to be a film.
Okay.
If that makes sense. It was like so close.
Is that Noah Baumbach?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It was like so close to the book. Almost too close for comfort.
Oh,
Okay.
well, I think you'll find that I can't read, so
So there's that.
I actually got to view it as its own independent work of art.
Love it. No, I did like it. It's just like it's one of those things where I'm like, did that need to be a film?
Man,
Did someone need to do that? Like,
when you make an adaptation and it's too close to the source material, there's no point for people that are already familiar with the source material to watch it at all.
right.
Because it's the same.
It's just the same thing. Like,
Yeah.
there are very subtle differences, and that's it. I'm like, okay.
And those everybody out there making movies, so all of Hollywood, because I know all of you listen to this
you're
show.
listening.
Yeah. Take a note out of the page of The Last of Us.
Yeah.
Concern yourself with pacing, but notice how different it is from the source material while still retaining the same story.
It is, because it is different.
And that's what part of what makes it entertaining. Like,
yeah.
you gotta tell me, once you were into The Last of Us, were you watching it like week to week, or did you binge it?
I kind of binged most of it.
Okay, I was like, if you're waiting week to week, I played the game and I was like, I wonder what's gonna happen.
Yeah, because they're going to do something different.
Motherfucker, I know.
Well, yeah, but they're going to do something. It needed to either like rip the Band-Aid off and be like, hey, we're going to be an offensive comedy.
Yeah.
Or something else. I don't know.
Or not.
Or not, which it really wasn't.
Pick a lane.
We watched The Way, Way Back.
Oh, shit.
Which was pretty fun. I know that's an older one, but we had a good time with that.
Those all seem kind of in the same vein.
Yeah.
All those movies. Are they all kind of similar?
Yeah.
Like a troubled youth.
Yep. Kind of.
And not necessarily wiser, older person hangs out with them. And they're like, hey, man.
Hey.
You're all right,
Let me
kid.
show you the way.
You're all right, kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very similar, for sure. Other than that, I did start reading Mason and Dixon by Thomas Pynchon. I mentioned that a little earlier.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if anyone is... I mean, are you familiar with the Mason-Dixon line?
I can't read, so no.
No, I
am familiar with the phrase Mason-Dixon line. I don't know what it refers to or where it is. I've looked for it before, but I can't find it.
Couldn't find it.
What is it?
For real?
Yeah, for real.
For real?
For real.
The Mason-Dixon line.
No cap.
Do you know you don't know anything about the Mason-Dixon line?
You might start talking and I'll go, oh yeah, but I like off the top of my head, no.
So, basically 2 astronomers in the 1700s came to America and they established a line, the Mason-Dixon line, that separates Maryland and Pennsylvania because there was a land dispute between those 2 states. And I think it also involved Delaware. So they basically established a line stating this state gets this much property. And this is kind of like this novel is it's basically a historical fiction.
Okay.
Like there is some truth to it because it is about a real thing.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
But the author is making up, a chunk of this.
Nice. Wait, it didn't really happen?
No, it's a real thing. I'm just saying the book.
Why did somebody bother to write it down?
Stop.
All right. That's
if you don't know anything about the Mason-Dixon line, for real, it is very interesting.
Oh, okay.
It really is interesting.
What's the fictional part of it? Is it like the Jersey Devil or the Mothman or some shit?
The book?
Yeah.
The fictional part, I would say, is a lot of the interactions of the 2. Like, it follows what they actually, like, the actual journey. But everything else, I would say, is fictionalized. I know, it's probably not interesting, but, yeah. I think that's about it for me. You got anything else?
Fuck. Do I? Man, do I?
Oh, you know what? I did play real quick. I did play through the video game Sleeping Dogs again.
Yeah?
Did you ever play that?
No.
It's pretty good.
I don't know about that one.
It's alright.
I don't know about that one. I was hyped on like Watch Dogs
Oh, that game sucked.
a long time ago, and then somebody was like, it sucked. It was probably you.
Yeah, it was
And I was like, never mind then. I don't want to play it.
It sucked.
Good. As of today, the new Diablo 4, new Diablo 4 beta is out today.
You fucking nerd.
Yep. So honestly, I'm probably gonna go to the other room and download it right after we're done here. I'm not gonna have any time to play it until tomorrow, but still, I'm all in on that. I love me some Diablo.
Yeah, you do.
Diablo.
Diablo. Hey, D-Blow.
D-Blow.
What are you doing?
Man, other than that, I watched a movie called Luther on Netflix, but I realized that it's a movie from a series, and I haven't seen the series.
Oh, yeah.
But I just watched that movie as standalone because it had Idris Elba and Andy Serkis in it. Andy Serkis is a draw for me. If Andy Serkis is in a movie, I'm going to go watch it.
Yeah. I have been watching The Leftovers. It's just a show about people eating.
I was doing this guy motion because I will.
I've been liking The Leftovers. It's an HBO series about the disappearance of 2% of the population. They just disappear. One day they just fucking disappear. Just random people.
When was this?
It's not a documentary. It's not a documentary.
Okay.
It's just a show.
Oh, okay. Just 2%?
Yeah.
Huh, just enough to be noticed.
Right. So that would be if there are 7 or 8 billion people. Is there more? Are there more
in the world? I thought 8.
Is it 7? I can't remember.
How many people are in the world?
2021, the population of the world was 7,888,408,686.
Damn, thanks, Google.
So what would 2% of that be like?
It's weird because, like, when you... That's why I was talking about exponential growth of population to my daughter last night. And I would show this to her because, like, you know how graphs look, right? They go up and down and yada, yada, yada. Here's
no, I can't read.
Population from 1960. It just goes... It's just... Yeah, straight up in a steady line. That's how, multiplication works.
What's 2% of 7 billion?
2% of 7 billion. What's 2% of 7 billion?
The 14
Answer is 140 million.
140 million.
140 million. So if 140 million people just disappeared.
That's only 2% of us. That's fucking crazy. Because honestly, honest to God, there's a good chance that I wouldn't even notice.
Right. You'd just be like...
Actually, an overwhelming statistic chance that I wouldn't even notice. Even if they talked about it on the news, because I fucking don't watch it.
You're like, I don't watch the news.
I like fucking movie news, baby.
I would hear about it. It's the creator of Lost. So I'm like, man, I hope this has a good ending because Lost just got bad.
It fucking butchered it, yeah.
They butchered Lost.
Well, it's because the writers were like, the show's doing really well, so you should pay us more. And they're like, you're easily replaceable. And then I think they learned a lesson that they're not actually good storytellers. It's not an easy skill.
It's not fucking easy.
No.
You ever tried to sit down and write a novel?
If it was easy, I would do it.
Exactly.
And then what I would be doing right now professionally would be selling tomatoes on the side of the road because I don't want to work for a living ever.
I don't either.
Yeah.
I consider myself a decent writer.
God,
like when I have to write something,
yeah,
I feel like I'm pretty good. But to write a novel or just like say a pilot for a TV series, I'm like, how do you do that?
Yeah, I don't.
You gotta take a fucking class. That's how.
Yeah, hey, you gotta take a fucking class.
few of them.
One thing, if there's anybody out there that's like an aspiring writer, one thing I was talking to Doug Wicker about, and I don't know if it was on the show or if we were just talking about it like a conversation he and I were having, but he was like, every character in your story has to want something. They all want, and that's what makes them feel like real people.
Yeah.
If they don't want something, or you haven't clearly conveyed what they want, that's when they feel like a husk or like a half-written character, is because they don't have desire.
Yeah.
So that's it. Whatever the thing is they want, that's, maybe you got somebody who just wants spaghetti.
Spagooter?
Yeah, and I assume that's what the Super Mario Brothers movie is going to be about.
Spaghetti?
Yeah. Knees weak, arms heavy. It's a me, Mama Spaghetti. Wahoo.
Dude, did you see the SNL when Pedro Pascal was on SNL? The fucking Mario bit that they did.
I didn't see the skit. I saw a still image of it and I was like, "Oh my god, yes."
It's pretty funny, man. I got to say, pretty funny.
That's good. I like that.
All right. I think I'm all out.
Yeah, I'm tapped just because I haven't really been up to anything. But are you like ready for bed, or you want to hang out and have a couple of beers?
We could probably touch butts or something.
Okay, we'll touch butts. Here's what we do: is like you push out a little poop, I'll push out a little poop, and when our poops touch, we'll be connected on the inside.
I didn't want to.
Good night, everybody.
You guys aren't going to start sucking each other's dicks, are you?
Let's call that phone call for a one-eyed Batman.
Can I make a suggestion that doesn't involve violence? Or is this the wrong crowd?
I'd also like to throw out a special thanks to Brad Sexton for our jams for the main show. You can check out his stuff at sons.bandcamp.com. And special thanks to Dave, who's our YouTube editor. Probably wouldn't even be on that platform were it not for Dave. So mad thanks to that homeboy. If you want to check out anything that any of these amazing people are working on, you can find that information in the episode description for this episode or any other. And I think that's going to wrap it up. Topless Bird Woman.
Topless Bird Woman. Oh, Wendy Vanden Heuvel?
Power of makeup.
Jesus.
Can you imagine that creepy old lady? Just a great set of cans.
Jesus. What year was that?
That picture?
Yeah.
Damn, she was born in fucking 1959. Ow! Ow!
Stop it! Who's paying you to write these songs? Who's paying you to write these songs?
Oh, shit.